Welcome back. Now focusing on that Benue anti-open grazing law, which is to kick in on the 1st of November. Some of the issues raised in that report, we'll attend to them. Now we've got Usman Baba Ngilzama, who is the Secretary General of Miyetti Allah. We thank you for joining us this morning. We've heard some of your comments in that particular report and previously, but then there are concerns raised even by the governor about a certain group who say they do not like this law and then they're threatening violence. Could you tell us what is going on about that?
Well, you see, the statement of a large stakeholders meeting we had with Excellency the Governor of Benue State. And during that meeting, we were invited, our local branch leadership for each local government were invited, including the state leadership and all the traditional rulers in Benue State, and all the necessary stakeholders were there. We were there when the governor made some statements that the law was not meant to chase out the pastoralists out of Benue State. He said the law recognizes our members as citizens. He says some areas will be designated where they will be confined to do their grazing. So he said quite a number of things. So that statement I made, I just made it to take the governor by his words. If not, even we in Miyetti Allah, we have never supported the law and we are still suspicious of it. And because, you see, the timing of the law, well, notwithstanding, we didn't support it. But then, since the law has been has come into effect, it has been made by the body that is charged with the responsibility of making laws in the state, which is the State House Assembly, and accepted by the governor. It has become a law. We have no option whatever. We only supported the implementation long as it will not affect our members negatively, because we took the governor by his word. That's why I made that statement. But until now that I am telling you, we are still jittery, we are still suspicious of the law, even on our part of Miyetti Allah. Well, about our sister association, they took the approach of going to court. That is the approach they adopt in their own association. We, from Miyetti Allah, we have our ways of looking at things. We don't go to extremes in the first place. We now understood what the governor told us. We said, well, let's give him the benefit of doubt and see whether the governor can also see reason in extending the time so that we can have a look at the other gray areas of the law. But up till this time that I'm talking to you, even the Miyetti Allah has not supported the law, and we are still suspicious about the law because of what the law has to do with our members. And if you look at it on the general outlook, if you look at Benue generally, even the farming population in Benue did not understand the law very well. What we fear is for people not to assume that this law is about chasing out our members, is about expelling all the Fulanis in Benue, so that immediately it is implemented, people will begin to go after our members, try to chase them out of Benue. That is why we requested for more time for the governor at least to look at some gray areas of the law before we allow the law to be implemented in the state. But as far as we are concerned, we are civilized citizens, we are law-abiding people. A law has been made. We have no option whether we like it or not. But then we also have our ways of challenging this law, unlike our brothers. We'll have to explore all the peaceful means of getting the government understand so that we could still sit together and look at some of the gray areas of the law. After all, the law is made by human beings. The law is made by the members of the House of Assembly. They are still there in Benue State. The governor is there in Benue State. If there are some gray areas, we can still sit together and see how the National Assembly will come up with a review of this law.
All right, just a minute. Let me jump in and ask something. Just hang on. We'll let you speak on that. Could you then tell us, does the group that are threatening that they will attack and don't like this law, are they your members?
You say what?
The group that is threatening to attack and that they do not like this law, are they your members?
No, they are not. It's a different associations altogether. That is Miyetti Allah Cattle. This is Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeder Association, and that one is Miyetti Allah Cattle Hore. There are two different associations. It's not a splinter group of Miyetti Allah, but there are two different registered associations. That one is an association of its own, so that is their own form of approach. We are never a party to their form, to their way of approach, but we also have our ways of approach. We have to exhaust all the peaceful means before we go to the next step. Mind you, we have this Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeder Association that we lead has prominent northern traditional rulers as members and chairman board of trustees. So our mode of approach to issues differs a lot with the others. We have to look at way of exploring. We have to exhaust all avenues of peaceful avenues of looking into this law before we resort to seeking for legal redress, if we can do that at all. But this approach that was adopted by our sister association, that is their own issue. We have no comment on that. They are the people who are supposed to be contacted and comment on what they want to do. But it's not Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeder Association. We are entirely different from them.
Don't you think that there's need to reach out to them, because not many people can distinguish the difference? They would think if that group eventually does what they are threatening to do, it will affect everybody.
Well, no, you see, since it is a different registered association, we cannot comment on what they want to do. But we, from Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeder Association, as I told you, we have ways, approach, we have our own approach of looking on issues. This is an issue that came up regarding the relationship of farmer and cattle breeder in Benue State. And wherever a law is made, that law, wherever a law is made in any society, law is supposed to address, to bring about peace and harmony in a particular society. So we assume this law that is being made by the Benue State is also supposed to bring peace and harmony between the farmers and the pastoralists in Benue State. Mind you, these pastoralists that we have in Benue State are also indigenous. They were born and brought up in Benue State. Even the governor confessed to that. He said he grew up with some of them. So if we are going to come up with the law, it has to look at both sides. It has to also try to protect the fundamental human rights of our members and citizens of Nigeria and Benue State.
All right, just a minute. Just give us a minute, Usman. We'll come back to you in a moment. Just give us a minute. We need to go to break, but we will be back in a moment. Don't go away.